Alaikum. Today our topic is regarding the relationship between landlord and the tenant under the Punjab Tenancy Act 1887. So here we are going to here in this question what we are going to study, we are going to discuss the general rights and liabilities, because the right of the tenant against the landlord will be the duty of the landlord, because rights and duties, they both are always present at the same time. It's a very basic question of jurisprudence. So let us start. So let us have an overview first of all about this whole Tenancy Act. What we need to understand here is that we have already discussed the West Pakistan Land Revenue Act, and in that act we have discussed the definition of tenant, we have discussed the definition of landlord, we have discussed the definition of land, we have also discussed the definition of rent, tenancy. I mean, all of those words that we are going to discuss, all of those terminologies that we are going to discuss in this question, we have already elaborated them, we have already understood them in Land Revenue Act 1967. So this is the reason why I am not going to repeat them again. So if you want to go through those definitions, you may go to Land Revenue Act 1967 in the section of, in the video, the presentation which I made regarding the important terminologies. So here we are just going to discuss about in a very general way that landlord is the one under whom someone holds the land against rent. So there can also be a special contract according to which he is paying the rent. The main thing we need to understand here is that the relationship between landlord and the tenant, and there may be an agreement in a written form, there may not be an agreement, there can be a tenancy in oral form also, because nothing in this whole act, as we will see, demand a written tenancy agreement. And some of the provisions here actually, they safeguard rights of landlord and tenant even if they have a tenancy agreement or they do not have a tenancy agreement. Tenant is the one who holds the land under landlord and is liable to pay the rent, except the occupancy tenant. We will see what is the right of occupancy, but not in this question, including predecessors and successors. So you need to remember one thing, that there are predecessors and there are successors of both landlord and of the tenant. A tenant is not a mortgagee or paying lease of unoccupied land to government, or the one who has been transferred a land for recovery of arrears. So there are these three exceptions. If there is a mortgagee, you will not say that he is a tenant. If there is someone who is occupying a land which has not been occupied by anyone, he will also be not the tenant. And if someone who has been transferred land due to areas of the land, and we have seen it in Land Revenue Act 1967, that there are times when you transfer the land of a defaulter to another person because the defaulter has not, why? Because defaulter is the one who has not paid the arrears yet at the stipulated time. So this is what is required. He is not mortgagee or paying lease of relationship of landlord and tenant is explained in section 12, where the right over produce of land is determined. One thing we need to understand, the relationship between landlord and the tenant will always be first governed by the agreement between both of them. So if there is a written agreement, court or or revenue officer will always see what are the terms and conditions of the said agreement. The rights and duties of landlord and tenant are dealt by present act in different chapters. one thing we will see during this whole subject of Tenancy Act, that you may not find all of the rights and all of the liabilities of a tenant or the landlord in one section or in one chapter. It is like you have to read all of the Tenancy Act, and then you have to together to accumulate all those sections which actually have rights and duties of both landlord and tenant towards each other. So first we will discuss about rights of the landlord, and this according to section 12. This right will be according to produce only. कि जो produce है, produce of the land which is been cultivated, who has right to have the possession of that produce, and what are the liabilities of the other person. The other person means what are the liabilities, what will be the rights of the landlord, and what will be the duty of tenant, or what is the right of tenant and what will be the duty of landlord. So when we're talking about rights of the landlord, it means that it will also be the duty of tenant. So right of the landlord is the duty of tenant. This is one thing that we need to understand here. Landlord is entitled to be present at the time of division of the produce. So when there is produce will be in the form of crops for sure. So when you have crops, when you have harvested the crops, then landlord should be present to see that how much is the quantity there, so that he can ascertain the actual price. Landlord is also entitled to have the possession of his share of produce, but only after the division. Right to take rent of the land and also to demand enhancement. Hereby it is meant that landlord has the right to have rent from the tenant, even if there is an agreement or if there is no agreement. In any case, he has the right to have rent. Why? Because he has the land. He has this right, inherent right. He has right to sue the tenant if he does some action against the terms and condition of the tenancy agreement. It means, in case if someone occupied the land without the consent of the landlord, he is liable to pay rent according to the preceding year, or in other case as the court may determine. And how will the court determine? So let us take an example that if I have some land and if someone else has occupied that land illegally, even then he is liable to pay rent to me. So if he is not paying the rent to me, then the court will see that how much rent was paid by the tenant in the previous year. But if there has been, let's say, if there has been no tenant in the previous year, then the court will see that in the neighboring areas how much rent is paid. So it will always depend upon the neighborhood also, that in that particular area how much is the rent of such kind of land, because that can be an irrigated land, that can be an unirrigated land, that can be Banjar Kadeem that has been now transferred to a cultivated land. So as we have seen in the kinds of land, because again the kinds of the land are the same which we have studied in Land Revenue Act. Rights of tenant. Tenant has the right of exclusive possession of the land and to harvest. Tenant has the exclusive right to cut, tend, harvest and to store the produce of the land. He has the right of exclusive possession of undivided produce. Undivided. So once there is produce but that has not been divided yet, tenant has the exclusive right. So landlord will not have the right of presence at the time of undivided produce. So after the division, the landlord has the right, but not before the division. Tenant has the right to be present at the time of division of produce. Right of tenant to be compensated when he has made improvement on the land, and we will see this in next presentation. So in this whole presentation we have discussed especially regarding right to produce, कि जिस लैंड की वजह से उनका आपस में टेनेंसी और लैंडलॉर्ड का रिश्ता जो है वो इस्तवार हुआ है, उस लैंड का जो प्रोड्यूस है उससे रिलेटेड लैंडलॉर्ड के टेनेंट की क्या राइट्स है. So I hope this presentation was fruitful for you. And in the next chapters, in the next presentations, we will discuss more about the idea of landlord and tenant, because in the whole, the Tenancy Act as the whole, it is dependent upon the relationship between landlord and the tenant. Thank you.